Hi, welcome to It's a High Raw Life. I am back out from my cave. I have had such a crazy couple of months and I just haven't been able to make videos and I miss you guys. So I'm back. And what I want to talk about today is I got a few requests over the last few months how I organize my refrigerator, how do I put my produce away, and all of that jazzy stuff. Well, it just doesn't seem to be convenient for me to make a video when I'm in the process of doing that. So I went to the grocery store yesterday and I found a grocery store, a mainstream grocery store, that has a huge assortment of organic produce. So I normally drive a little further to go to a different produce market, but I decided I would save the $4 in gas and just go to this closer one. Nothing's really close to me, but it's all relative, people. Anyways, so I did my produce shopping, and here is a picture of when I got home from the grocery store. I dumped out my bags, snapped a photo so you could see the before. So here is that picture now. When I get ready to put my produce away, yes, of course, I could just take everything in the bags that it came in, or even without bags, and just shove it into my refrigerator. But chances of me then utilizing everything to the max get lower and lower. If I spend the time, when I have the time, to properly put things away, then I use every single bit. And there's no guilt, there's no nothing. I've taken my money and I've gotten all it's worth. So there's two things that I use. I use containers that I have in the house. Most of them are BPA free, some of them might not be. I use glass jars. And the other thing I use is my handy dandy roll of masking tape. That and a marker that writes on it, or a pen. And I label everything. So I'm going to give you a little tour of my fridge, and then I did take a picture of it. So if you can't quite see from there, maybe I should move closer. Should I move closer? Just like 2 weeks ago, I was watching a raw food person doing a video, and they opened their refrigerator, and it was like the dream raw food refrigerator. That's not this. I have 3 children and a husband who are not raw. And so I live in a mixed house, and I have to have a mixed fridge. So I have certain organizational things that I do in the fridge to keep my eyes and mouth where it needs to be without, you know, totally torturing my family, which on occasion they say I do. Okay, now, come on into the fridge. Okay, I want to switch to the other side, I think. Okay, your basic door, and some of the things I'm going to mention are not raw, so get over it. If you live in a mixed household, then you're going to appreciate the fact that I open this door every day and have to see all this stuff. My husband has a huge thing about very good quality butter. So all his butter is in this drawer. I only ever have to open it when I'm taking butter out for him. Well, some of the kids, not all, because I have a vegan child. Anyhow, this top is like condiments that everybody uses, hot sauce, my Bragg's vinegar. I keep that in the fridge, do you? I don't know, I just do. I usually have some oils that I like to keep in the fridge and whatnot. And then I have almond milk that I buy already made when I'm not making it myself. And then my son, who's a teenager, and I'm not fighting with him about this. He wants, you know, regular organic milk, fine. My hubby likes to have Ezekiel or Alvarado bread, so that's on the door. And then his beer, not organic, but sometime. Okay, anyway, top shelf for me is where I keep my nuts, my seeds, and things that I've made. Dressings. When I make a dressing, I usually put the date just in case it gets lost behind something and I find it. I know if I can use it or not. Sprouts that just came out of the sprouter. I have other ones going in there. I have tamari, raw almonds, hot sauce that I made, walnuts, some dried fruit, that kind of stuff. Then the next shelves, 2 shelves, are always fruits and veggies. And I am getting ready to do a series, and I am yammering on so much today because I'm so excited to be back. It's not going to be this video, but I'll make another one later about cool dinners on hot nights for a family of mixed eaters, because that's what's coming up. Anywho, so I have stuff that I made, and I put my produce away. I cut it up to fit in the containers. I put little labels. All of my cilantro, dill. Okay, and here's something that I do. I have washed kale in here. And the reason I have that is because down below I have a bag of kale that I didn't wash yet. So I know when I want to make a smoothie really fast, I just take the washed kale and chuck it in the blender, and then when this is empty I can wash some kale, dry it, and stick it in there. But then I also have wilted kale. Oh, look at that, it does stay open. I have wilted kale, which I can pull out, throw on a plate, and just throw some tomatoes on or whatever and eat it. Juice and whatnot, and then down here more produce. And I don't know if you can see, but here's my citrus drawer and apple drawer. And this is a drawer. The apple drawer gets like the most use from everyone in the house because everybody in the house eats apples. And I always keep whatever I can't fit on the shelves in there. Now this drawer is the, not everybody is raw drawer. Try saying that 5 times. And in here is where you'll find a couple organic eggs, some cheese, some organic meats. And I usually keep my garlic in there. I don't know why. And there's yeast in there, various and sundry stuff. So that is my fridge. I don't need to show you my freezer. I could just tell you what is in it because there's not much. I keep giant bags of frozen fruit that I buy for smoothies because I don't always have fresh berries, and frankly, I like to eat my fresh berries, and I have a daughter who eats probably a pound of berries a day, and so I buy frozen ones for smoothies. It just makes a whole lot more sense. Okay, so these are my tips for you, especially those of you who live in a mixed household of eaters like I do. Make sections in your refrigerator, and if for some reason your refrigerator doesn't have a drawer that you can fit everybody's stuff in, there's no harm in getting one of those nice big Tupperware kind of whatever trays that has a lid, and they can put it in the shelf and slide it out to have in their goodies or condiments or stuff, or even trigger foods for you that you feel like you need to have around for the rest of your family. You could just put them in there. So I'm going to show you over the next couple of days what I'm going to be making for dinner because it's hot and muggy and crazy in my house around here, and I need to provide dinner for my family at the table for all of us. And so I thought it would be interesting to you and useful to get some ideas on what to serve on a really hot night to a family of mixed eaters. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll forgive me for not doing a food demo, but I just promised several people that I would share my fridge, which I did, and I will see you next time on It's a High Raw Life.